Oh, sorry. I was in my bag. That's crazy.
In the groove.
I mean, for real, right? I mean, every time that music, it just gets. I hope they don't change this music.
Mm-mm.
I am
Let's
feeling
keep
this
it.
music. Please don't. I don't
Let's
care
keep it.
what upgrades you make to the system, StreamYard. Please, if you take any feedback, keep this music, please. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Facts.
Exactly. So, look, we're here. It's Monday. We're in Jersey. It's windy. Um, watch out for the New Jersey Transit. You never know what's going to
Well,
happen
the strike is over
for
allegedly.
now.
So
For now.
yay, yay,
And don't try to
yay.
fly into New Jersey because you may not,
No,
especially through Newark, you may not get out.
you might get canceled.
Yeah. For real, because it's I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It's weird. It's wild. It's crazy. Weird, wild, and crazy is pretty much today's episode because we've got a lot going on with animation. We've got some TikTok stuff going on with anime as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Mm-hmm.
Java, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Thank you. Uh, I almost wanted to start singing that Krusty Krab song. Krusty
I can do it.
Krab, Krusty Krab.
Pizza, do you eat the pizza? Make you eat me.
It was the twerking that I was like, why is that necessary? But then I was
Because
like,
it is.
that's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, let's go. Whatever.
Let's go.
Hey, folks, what's up? It's another episode of TBA News, presented by the Hungry Bleak channel. I am Antonio Pomares, aka the Hungry Bleak, the hungriest man in the room. Take that however you want. And as always, with me on these Mondays,
It's your girl Jabba Chan. What's up with the braids? The braids! Braids are back!
I was
Back with the
waiting until the
braids!
show started before I said anything. I didn't want to tire myself out. It was a very long weekend. How was your week and your weekend, by the way?
It was good. It was hot. Did some yard
Yes.
work, but it
hmm
was good.
It was hot. Picked up some work during the week. Excuse me, the weekend picked up extra hours, so I said go ahead. And then I realized it's getting hot. Memorial Day is almost here. I'm near the shore.
Mm-hmm.
It's that time of year.
Get ready for all the tourists.
Yeah.
And it's also my birthday month.
So glad New Jersey Transit is back
Boop, boop.
continuously because ramen.
Yeah, we're just better alone. Food,
Pretty-
comics, food, and friends, and food, and more food.
There's a manga place that we can possibly go to, and there's even a Dragon Ball Z inspired ramen joint.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna work.
Yeah, we're gonna work that out. Definitely.
Yeah. We might actually have to even talk about that on the show and give a review of the place if we go. There's also like
Yeah.
there's like this manga shop that I saw, which I think is new within the last year or so, maybe.
Oh yeah.
It looks beautiful, but we'll talk about that. But
Yeah.
first off, Jabba's got some stuff to talk about, and this is one of the most exciting news possible that I was told about today by Jabba.
Yep. Okay, so Ianu just dropped with a new announcement for season 2. They have got renewed, so yay! I know we've been talking about this like throughout like almost like a good year now, like in different variations of from like the start of it to like when they were first showcasing it to the show being on there to now getting renewed with a season 2 supposed to be hitting out next year, but we're also supposed to be getting a movie.
That's what's up.
Yes.
The fact of getting like spin-off movies is incredible.
And and especially because it came from such a small company. It's not like it's like Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks was like, oh, we're just gonna like throw in another like TV show or film. No, and the fact that we got to watch it from start from like Kickstarter up until now, and it's like yes, this is what I like to see, progress. And I'm glad it's getting such a good review because like it's an original story too. So the fact that they're getting a season 2 with movies, I'm so happy for it. So happy.
It's incredible to see, like you're saying, something that started from like being a comic book on Kickstarter, and then to having, a premiere That was pretty huge because they did 3 episodes that Saturday morning. I was like, wait, what? There's 3 episodes up? So I watched them all like that night because I was working. And to see it go from that, and you're like, okay, great, you got this anime series. I'm so
Mm-hmm.
happy. And you start feeling that dread of like, and then to hear the exact opposite of, oh, guess what? It's going to be a season 2. Oh, one more thing. We're going to have 2 feature spinoffs of the series. It is incredible. I love happy news like this. This is so good. This is well earned. This is what
Mm-hmm.
happens when community gets behind you, when you support, when you
Yep.
have incredible product and content to support.
Yep.
You know, this will. This isn't just incredible for people watching and the kids watching because this is on Saturday morning. So this is
Mm-hmm.
harkens back to Saturday morning cartoons, but it also is for any creatives out there who are doing a comic or
Mm-hmm.
graphic novel or a manga and who feel like they're not going to get it. It's not going to happen. What have you? This will hopefully inspire even more creatives, the ones that are already out there, and inspire the ones that are watching this saying, "I want to tell those stories."
Mm-hmm.
So this is beautiful, and I'm very happy for Roy Okupe and for Unique Studios and for
Mm-hmm.
Lion Forge Animation. This is just
Yeah.
beautiful. Congratulations, all of you.
I'm so happy. So yay. Cheers all around.
Yeah, this
And if
is
you haven't watched it, please go watch this on Cartoon Network. You can also
yes,
watch it on HBO Max when it's streaming. They are, I think they only have one more episode left. I think
I believe
for
so. Yeah,
yeah, so you could definitely catch up and like watch the whole show. And there's only 30 episodes. Well, not 30 episodes. I'm sorry, 30 minutes.
I was about to say, wait, what?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, damn.
30 minutes. So literally like within like 6 episodes, that's only 3 hours. So it's nice like your whole it's nice it's gonna take but like your whole day. And so you get so invested where it's like, wait a minute, that's why they stop it? Wait,
Yeah,
what? Like, no, you gotta keep on watching.
and yeah, it should be on demand as well. Since it's on like Cartoon Network.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have Max, it should be on demand as well if you have cable, which will make it even shorter. So it might even be like 26 minutes or something like that, possibly. So
True.
even shorter.
I think Max does make it shorter because I was watching it through Max. I only had like 20 minutes because no commercials and
Yeah,
stuff. So it's good for me.
it's just incredible. And this is such a fun story. And like I said, it's actually on Saturday mornings. So it has this nice kind of like Saturday morning cartoon story, but also a depth to it as well. Um, yeah, it's just congratulations. I mean, everyone
Mm-hmm.
involved, from Royal Coupe, Brandon Easton, Kara Mahorn, the Blurred Girl, the whole team that's involved, the voice acting, the theme song is beautiful. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a feel good project and a feel good experience. It inspires me, you know. So there you go. Thank you for bringing this to the table, Java. When people say,
No
"Well, what do you bring to the
problem.
table?" Java brings news like this.
Yep. I
Awesome.
bring good news.
Jay
Good
brings
news.
good news. You know what's not
Good
good
news.
news? If you're living in a town and this like illustrious hitman comes to town, but you don't know about it because he's in hiding, that could be kind of scary, right?
Yeah.
Like I would think so. Well, that's kind of the story of the Fable. This is an anime that's on Hulu. I want to say they just released the English dub maybe about a month or so ago. I really didn't know
Okay.
about the English dub until it happened. I believe there's also like two live action movies of this story. So basically,
Hmm.
this story is there's this illustrious hitman who's nicknamed the Fable, and he's like killed so many people over the years. He's got all this money and everything, but he's kind of like aloof, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is he's told, "Look, you've killed too many people. You made too much money. Our rates are too high. You have to go on break for a year. You can't kill
On
anyone."
break.
Yeah, basically, yeah. On hiatus.
Wow. Oh, okay.
So he and his partner, they give them both these like fake identities, credentials, and tell them to hide out in this particular city. And this city only has one yakuza family. They know about him, and they're like, yeah, okay, it's okay, send him here. But his rule is you cannot kill anyone. So he's not allowed to really have any guns, any weapons, anything like that. If he does, He says, "Look, if I find out that you killed someone, I'm gonna find you, and we're gonna just just mess you up and kill you." So fine. So it becomes
Wow.
a story about this hitman, comedically, by the way, trying not to kill anyone, but still being this badass and not taking anything. If you think of it, it's similar to Sakamoto Days,
Oh, okay. Okay.
that feel, but also, oh, what was the one about the Yakuza husband?
I think it is called Yakuza Husband,
Oh,
or
is
like
it?
the something Secret Life of
Yeah.
something husband in it. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, similar to that, except the guy is still this assassin hitman, but he's not allowed to do it for a year. I've had a chance to watch a couple of episodes, and it is funny. I like it because I like how aloof he is,
Mm-hmm.
and what have you. But it's just very funny to see someone pulled back and like not use their skills. Like there's a scene where in the first episode where these two guys, he spotted these two guys he's like, oh, but they're like car thieves, and he didn't know which car to take. He's like, no, don't take that one. And he's sitting on the bench watching them. He's like, not that one. And they come over to him. They notice that he's stuck, and he's like, look, I don't want any trouble. And they're like, look, just get up, just give us your wallet. He's like, look, just don't touch me. I don't want any violence. Just don't touch me. The guy gestures to touch him. His instincts kick in. He moves quick enough to break the guy's thumb. The other guy, he kicks him with a wingtip and like knocks his windpipe out of place and knocks him unconscious. And the woman comes up. She's like, "Oh my god, what the hell? I told you not to kill." He's like, "Look, they touched me first. They touched me first. I wasn't gonna do anything. Touch me first." And I'm just sitting there like, how's it? It's the first day. It hasn't been 20 hours. It hasn't even been 12 hours.
Damn.
How's this guy going to survive a whole year? So it's very funny. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, it's on Hulu. Um, I like those like kind of aloof assassins. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, Sakamoto Days is similar to that, except it's a bit different where he's choosing to not kill anymore because of the family, his wife, and he has a store. What have you? The Yakuza husband one is hilarious. That's one of the funniest, and the episodes are only like 12 minutes long for
Yeah, I
that.
think that one's a shorter anime. You know what that reminded me of when you were talking about like the scene for the first episode, like
Mm,
trying to be discreet. It kind of reminds me of Dragon Ball Z where they were doing like the world tournament and they had to do like the strength test, and all of them
Oh,
came up. They're like, okay, we got to be like not too powerful, and they're just like tapping it, and like it's like over like
yes.
500. It's like over 500 power, and they're like, dude, you just tapped it. And it's like, and then all of a sudden Vegeta goes like this, and all of a sudden the whole thing goes through the
Yeah.
wall, and they're like, okay, like I don't care. I'm not gonna be
It's
discreet.
it's Sunday. Well, that's why I love Vegeta so damn much because he don't care. He cares nothing about what you think. Yeah, that just the comedy that's involved in it, I really enjoy. So yeah, this is one I would check out. The Fable, and if you can look for the live action movies, they might be on
Hmm.
Hulu as well because Hulu likes to like
I was
kind
just
of
about to
group them
ask.
together.
Okay.
So if you look under the something else you might like, which I think is a great thing
Okay.
that they start doing now. It might be under. I want to say there are two movies for them. I don't know if they're English dubbed or what have you, but yeah, go check that out. It's actually
Okay.
it's really fun, and it's like I said, the guy was eating like fish or whatever on a stick, like they like like kind of roasted some fish on a skewer or whatever, and he's like, oh, it's too hot. And can you take this? And she's like, oh, I'm not hungry. He's like, I didn't ask you to eat it. It's hot. You want you to blow on it. And she's looking at him like, what? And like the scene cuts away, then the scene goes back. She's like, and she's blowing on it, and I'm sitting there. It's so, yeah, it's just like a comedy of errors, but it's actually really good. I'm enjoying it. I don't know. So yeah, go check out the Fable.
On
Something else
Hulu.
that
Okay.
we enjoyed, from assassins to heroes.
To be a hero X. Like this is one interesting anime.
Yes.
And one thing I like about it is that I thought it was gonna focus on one person. Nope.
Mhm.
We got another person that we're gonna focus on. So it's not revolving around the main character that at least I think that it's the main character, because another person comes right in, and like the last two episodes was like holy ish, because it's a lot of manipulation that you don't realize until you watch like that last episode. So I like how they introduce other people, but they still had like the main person. Oh geez, what was his name? I forgot his name. The one who played as nice, but his name is not nice. I can't
Oh,
remember his
his real
name.
Gino? No, 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 no,
No,
no.
it is. Was it Ling?
Who the
Is it
hell is
Ling Ling?
Gino?
Definitely not him.
Who the hell is that?
No, I think it's Ling Ling. I think it is. I think that's
Yes.
yes. So it's not just revolved around Ling Ling. It's other people that because he wasn't in the last 2 episodes. I'll tell you that much. So I'm like, okay, so they kind of branch out. So it's not like a typical anime where like you see kind of like the main cast allegedly, because we still don't know if there is like a main cast or if it's just like, you know, stories being told just in regards to heroes in general.
Yeah.
So that you guys got to watch. If you guys don't know when they air every Saturday, and they haven't stopped since. So there hasn't been like, you know, any type of like hiatus, like where it's like, you know, 2-week break. So you can definitely catch up. So I would say continue watching To Be a Hero X because the animation is still top tier. I love the change up.
Yes.
And then like the story is like, wait, you did what? What?
There's so much in there.
It's so much to be invested on. It's like you have to watch it.
It's the fact that it's like a superhero murder mystery with this revolving cast.
Not even murder mystery. It's just mystery in general. It's like you don't even know. Like some people might get murdered. There's just a mystery behind like their backstory. So it's like it's just mystery.
Yeah. Like the last episode I saw, because I have to catch up. The last episode I saw was for Mr. Firm.
Yep.
Was that his name? Yeah, it was Mr. Firm.
Yeah, Firm Man.
Yeah. Like that one hit me. Because I really thought that like that his legs were just, I thought that was his legs. I thought something happened to his legs where he was an amputee. And then to see that, you know, the way they had him standing up, sleeping, I'm like, that can't be comfortable. How do you, it doesn't matter whether you have a bed or not. It doesn't matter. You can't lay on the soft part. Like that. So to see it go into so many, it's not when you first watch it, it's not what you think it's going to be at all. It goes in so many different directions. So I like seeing the fact that something so different is out there, and it's just constantly keeping you guessing every episode because you literally don't know what you're going to get. Literally.
Exactly.
And that's fun to me.
Yeah, because you think it's going to be on one person and then they switch over where it's like, oh, this might be a filler. Like, no, like this has been like a two person episode. Like, no, I'm sorry, a 2 episode for a person that they've been going off for. So I'm like, okay, so I'm like, they're throwing somebody else into the mix. Cool. I have no problem with that because it's still like still a new anime. So you're still trying to figure out like who's here and what's everybody's part in this entire show. So I'm here for it.
I'm here for all of it. And this is, what is it, 8 episodes are up so far?
6.
Oh, 6? Okay.
Yes.
6 episodes. You can catch us on Crunchyroll. I believe it's also on Prime.
I think we did talk about that. It was on Prime. Yeah.
So there's plenty of it, and like I said, it's got a sleek style to it, but then it changes up the animation depending on the story that it's going to tell. Like it tells someone's backstory, whatever, which I love. I mean, because we've talked about that with Devil May Cry. We talked about it infamously for Jujutsu Kaisen, that episode. Actually, a few episodes, but that one particular episode where they actually break the fourth wall, telling you about animation during a fight. That someone's style is like animation, like the way it's. And I was like, that's most G. So yeah, this is and this has been a really nice surprise. So yeah, To Be Hero X. Check it out. 6 episodes. Do you know how many are going to be this season?
I don't know, but I feel like with most, if they want to do like most animes, at least like Stars, it should at least be like 12 episodes before they do like a new before they do another season. That's how most of have been running, depending on like, you know, people. I know sometimes like I'm gonna go back to like the OGs, like with Naruto's like usually like 30 episodes, I believe, per season. One Piece is like, God knows, I think it's about like 40 per season. But like the new generation for anime has usually been like the 12 episodes, and then they go on to like another season.
Yeah, that sounds because there's less filler involved too, which is nice.
Yeah.
And a lot of the animations that we have now aren't based on mangas necessarily; they're just the anime. Yeah, which is cool. So I love that. So yeah, To Be Hero X will be will be to be continued because we'll keep talking about it because it's just so cool. It wasn't the best Soleil, and I don't care because you know what? Go Loser Ranger. This is one that's on Hulu as well. Like they picked the perfect name for it because of the way it goes. They really did. Hulu low key is putting out banger animes, and they're not
Mm-hmm.
telling anyone really. They're like, look, come on, because we got it. Go Loser Ranger business. It's one that's been out for a bit, maybe a year, maybe less than that. It's been out for a little while. It's basically, you know how Power Rangers, you know, you have the team, what have you,
Mm-hmm.
the putties, the henchmen, what have you. This is basically a story of what if one of the putties decides, yeah, no, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of getting my ass kicked, tired of getting beat up. I'm gonna go against them. I'm gonna break the system and stop this. Meanwhile, the fights and everything are actually televised for public entertainment and just
Oh,
for that. So it's almost like this kind of coliseum kind of a thing,
okay.
and they do it. I love the idea of breaking the system, obviously, because I'm a black
Mm-hmm.
man who loves black people, who loves black women, and who has various people. I have a lot of marginalized people in my life.
Mm-hmm.
In America, the system has never been for us. So I love
Nope.
the idea of breaking the system. And for it to be like one of the henchmen, let's say, to go, yeah, I'm tired of this. And he tried and he like starts to infiltrate the system to break it and to stop it while all the other like sometimes they'll have like a scheduled fight and they're like, where's henchman number 37? And they're like, I thought he was here a second ago. Because when they actually beat them, because you know how when the Power Rangers would beat one of the putties, they like when they would beat them up, they would just go away.
Mm-hmm.
What happens is when these henchmen are beaten, they teleport to this cave until the next time, then they come back. So they keep
Mm.
back and forth like that. So it's always the same ones because literally you could be facing the same putties every time. You know, um,
True.
I know when it became what was it when it was the Ninjago. No, no, that's the Lego. Excuse me. When it was the Ninja Zords and everything, they had to actually hit
Mm-hmm.
the the metal piece on their chest
Mm-hmm.
in a point. So still similar to that. I love the idea of them going, has anybody seen henchman number 37? And they're all like, he was here a second ago. So he didn't come back with us. So even the fact that they have like the ability that he was like, yeah, no, I'm not going back. I'm done. And him breaking system, I absolutely love that. And it's funny, it's got some action to it, and it's another thing of deconstructing. Like I love stuff that deconstructs superheroes. Um, Deconstructing any type of super team that you see or any type of hero that's held to this standard and you go,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, something about you and breaking it down. So this is actually a fun one. And this is on Hulu as well, I guess. And this is in English and dubbed as well.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, check this out. Go Loser Ranger. It's the name
I
alone.
think I have that on my queue. It's just another one of those shows I need to just sit down and watch,
Yes.
but so
I
busy doing other stuff.
I can completely understand and agree with you on that because yeah, I take my tablet in the kitchen a lot now on Sundays when I'm cooking Sunday dinner. I'll have my tablet and I'll try to catch up on Beyond the Gates, General Hospital, or anime.
Mm-hmm.
That's whichever one I'm feeling at that moment, depending on what I'm cooking too. So that's what I do to try and catch up because there's a lot out there. There is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and a lot of it is really hot. It's fire. Speaking of fire, Fire Force Java. You have dived
Fire
in.
Force.
Yes.
So, like I said, I know we talked about it where like it was just starting. I think they only dropped like the one episode the last time we were chatting about it, but they've gotten more into it, and yes, they are now giving out some dubs.
Mm.
So if you're interested, yeah. So if you're interested in watching, go ahead and watch. I believe I know I could check. I believe they're at 7 or 8 episodes right about now. Oh no, 7. And the last two are sub. So
Yeah.
if you haven't watched it just yet, you at least have like 5 episodes to watch in dub for your liking. Um, I don't know where they're gonna stop at within the anime, but I do know that so far the animation's good. I'm still kind of a little bit of a snob when it comes to animation for anime because there
Yeah.
there's been a lot of like recent anime that have dropped like animation styles that are like a little bit better, in my opinion. I'm just saying, like, if I had to, I mean, like the One Piece fights, their animation is like so fluid, and it's like, my God. Demon Slayer is another one.
Yeah.
And even though it's already been like, God, it's already been like what, like 2 or 3 years with Attack on Titan, like their last few episodes, like fire. And I'm like, this is, and I, because I know the style and I know the story, I'm like, they need to give a little bit more pizzazz. Give me that flow of like One Piece fight, but not the cartoonish ones like when Luffy was like fighting Kaido, but just the fluidity of it. Like, I need that. But it's still good. Still good.
Do you think there, because I mean animation has come such a long way since their second season. It's been Do you think they're trying to stay in that particular style of that fluid? I mean, just because it's what they've been doing for that series, or like, why do you think they stuck in that particular style?
I mean, they probably did, which I don't mind, but then again, I just realized there has been studio switches. So like one Attack on Titan did switch studios between, I think, between like season 2 and 3, I believe it was. Their studio switched, like the animation switched too. But I guess because it got so spoiled with like newer animation styles, it's like, can you do that a little bit with just more spizzazz, more fire for your fire force? Just a little bit, little sparkles.
That's I haven't dived into it yet, but just knowing the fights that I've like some of the fluidity that I've seen in animation now is crazy, especially when it comes to the fights. The fight scene, as people talk about it more now, people pay a lot more. It wasn't just, oh my God, it's a crazy fight. People pay attention a lot more to it now. They know more about it. They know more about frame rates. They know more about animation. They know, like animators will speak openly about this, and like different aspects of the animation process. So yeah, I definitely could see that. Like for me, when I started watching Jujutsu Kaisen and those
Oh
fight
my
scenes
God.
were just heaven, then I saw, no, wait, what should I see first? Yeah, I saw Jujutsu Kaisen first, I think, maybe, I don't remember. But then you see something like Demon Slayer. And the first season, even the fights were so beautifully done, and the fluidity of the sword movements and the way the water would come from the blade was beautiful. And everyone has just kind of followed suit. I mean, you even look like um the Devil May Cry even had some really great shootout scenes and everything. So yeah, I think it's, but you have a great point about switching studios. That
I'll
can make
even revert back a while back, even when they did the for Dragon Ball Z, when they did the Broly movie, like the latest one, just the animation even before the fight team was like so like old school but fluid at the same time. And I'm like, I don't need to be old school. I just need the fluidity of the animation to be like that.
Yeah. So maybe some teams saw the difference and know that they had to change to something to kind of become more modernized with it, and to jump on it, which is, yeah, it's a hard thing to do, but it's definitely needed. But I'm glad that you've seen other ones, but then we love Fire Force, so we want it to be in that upper echelon as well. That's what I'm saying.
Because there's so much to it. I'm like, there's a connection I don't want to say, but for people that have like read the manga and know the story, they know the connections. I don't want to say to spoil anybody who has not read the manga and don't know the connection for it, but it's starting to show. I can't tell. I can tell you offline, but I can't tell you online.
Well, then this is the last season. Then they're going to have a movie.
I think. Were they debates into like season 4, and I think it was going to be a movie.
Oh, so they were debating season 4. Oh
yeah, because this is not finished. This is definitely not finished. I mean, it's close to it though.
Oh, like splitting it?
No, that's what it was. They're going to split it.
Yeah.
They're gonna do the freaking Attack on Titan method, where they're gonna split the freaking season.
I don't even want to talk about that. Y'all know how I feel about that. But do y'all know how I feel
Yeah,
about witches? Witches are cool. You know what
it
else is
depends on what
cool?
kind of witch.
In general.
But I don't want to watch a witch. But can a witch watch me?
Well, look, I mean, well, we've got an anime called Witch Watch. Good segue.
See, I'm learning.
The grasshopper has become the student. Outstanding, outstanding. So I checked this one out because I was just curious to see what it was about. And I like the idea of witches and familiars. I kind of like that's why I started watching The Witch and the Beast,
Mm,
which is very interesting, and it gave me a really great idea, which I don't want to say anything because somebody will probably steal it, obviously.
mm.
Um,
If you know,
that's
you know.
yeah, not even gonna talk about that right now. So basically, what this is in this world, like magic is kind of known, and there's a school for witches. So this young girl, she goes to school, becomes to almost like a witch college, let's say,
Okay.
and to become a better witch. She's still kind of haphazard at it because she's still young, still learning what
Hmm.
have you. And I believe it's her neighbor or family friend. She makes him her familiar
Oh,
because
okay.
it turns out he has ochre heritage
Okay.
because he's always been very strong and everything. And then the story goes from there. It's interesting. I think it's something that could be maybe a background watch for me anyway. But I like the idea of witches and familiars, and I also like the idea of someone having like that kind of um, that hidden heritage that they might not know about,
Mm,
whether it's lichen or vampire or um, goblin or elven, like anything like what is it? The sword and the wand. I
mm-hmm.
think the lead character has um has not elf, but what's the other one besides elf?
Uh,
In Lord of the Rings, they're actually almost adversaries. It's elves and
oh,
dwarves.
dwarves.
Dwarves, yeah. So I think the character has dwarf does is like dwarf blood. So that's why he's so incredibly strong, but he can't do magic. So kind
Mm,
of someone actually, the character it's not, excuse me, it's not goblin, he has
okay.
ogre blood. Um so that's kind of interesting to me. So I kind of do want to check out a couple more episodes. I usually only give something one episode and then I'm out. Like there was an anime I tried to watch the other day and the character started complaining. I said, "No, I'm good." Turned to right off, went to Blue Network. I was like, "No, I'm good. Good. Good." So yeah, this is interesting. Check it out.
Is it Hulu, Crunchyroll, Max?
This is on. I want to say it's on Netflix. It's on Hulu. It's
Oh,
on Crunchy. I don't know if it's no no. Netflix. I saw it's on Crunchyroll. I think Hulu as well. I'm not sure, but I don't think it's on Max. Max kind of isn't in with those company when they start doing that episode per week, which I love the fact
mm-hmm.
that everybody's getting in on that.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not just Crunchyroll doing it. Netflix and Hulu were like, yeah, we better get up on this quick,
Okay.
and they're doing it. So yeah, check it out. Like I said, the first episode was good. It has like a lot of comedy in it. It's like one of those young comedies, which maybe is why it doesn't hit me as much, but I do like
Mm.
it, and it's enjoyable. Don't take my yawning as a indictment on it. I promise you. It's just the fact that y'all know I'm up
All the
early all
time.
the time, all day, every day. Get it, do it. So speaking of anime, and not from the Ike and Tina movie, I promise. Horrible, horrible ass joke. I don't care, whatever. So Jabba has been on the TikTok um
Yes.
as Gen X boomer would call it, the TikTok,
Yes.
and he's
The
been
Tiki
checking out
Talk.
some anime stuff on there.
So yeah, this is more of like a topic because of course social media is like now like the biggest thing since sliced spread and everybody is on it in some way, shape, or form. TikTok being like the most biggest thing. Most time it usually like for cat videos, recipes, or like funny memes. But apparently, TikTok has been a good source for anime and manga that you don't normally pick up on if you're not in the norm, like in the know
Mhm.
for things. So in regards to that, I'm doing this as an open form, like anime and manga on TikTok, and like what is the ones you found to your liking from like you doom scrolling the entire time. For me, I found a few. For example, TBA Hero X. Found like a clip of like, Ling Ling finding Nice jumping off the building. And it's like, oh, all right. I'm gonna start saving this and trying to figure out what anime is this. Went down a rabbit hole, found that. Because my algorithm is like, anime food, um, HGTV stuff and other like and like art stuff in general. So that's like my thing. But you never really come across stuff where it's like, oh, what's this? I didn't hear about this. I'm gonna start looking it up.
Really? See, I like the fact that now were these people doing reactions of them, or they were just talking about the anime?
No, it was just like somebody clipped
Oh,
like
okay.
anime, and I'm like, wait, is this real? And I'm like, what is this? So it's like it makes me go down the rabbit hole of finding stuff like of like what it's about. And I'm like, what is this? I'm interested.
See, that I like more than somebody just doing reactions to it. Like reaction videos just annoy the hell out of me anyway. But I would actually venture onto TikTok more to check that because I like being shown something, and it's a much easier,
Mm-hmm.
I think, than Netflix. Excuse me, not Netflix, but YouTube. YouTube shows me stuff like they'll have like the 10 most overpowered characters coming out in 2025. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that's a little too much. Just show me a short. Just show me in 30
Right.
seconds so I can have an idea. So I like that idea. What's another one that you've seen?
Well, another one is more of like for like manga. So like definitely for like a lot of like webtoons that are
Mhm.
starting to become popular that I haven't found was like one. I'm and of course for me I'm like more dark and I like the gory stuff to read because some people just like I'd like to see how like psychological people could get. Um, one is based on like One Day in Seoul, and it's about like this group of kids going to Seoul for a field trip. All of a sudden there's like some type of like parasite that's like infects people and starts to mutate, and like you see people for like who they are. Pretty much like you're your basic zombie infected type of scenario in a sense.
Mhm.
But in this case, the kid who gets infected, he doesn't turn out to be infected. He's kind of like Ellie for Last of Us. He gets immune, but he can now detect who's infected from the cells that are in him.
Oh,
So I'm
wow.
like, oh, okay, I want to start reading this. And then another one I found is called I might be pronouncing this wrong. It's called Buta no Fukushu, pretty much Revenge of the Pig. And this
Okay,
is
thank you.
another, yeah, it's another manga where pretty much the main character is not your typical main character, where he's not like quote unquote the typical good looking main character. He gets bullied by his group of classmates. Unfortunately, his sister ends up dying in a fire, and like apparently his classmates were the one that caused it because of all the bullying. And for some reason, when he's like, "Okay, my life is over. I'm just gonna end it," he gets transported into this like final fantasy like S type world where it's like ogres, elves, magicians, all this stuff like that. But his classmates also get transported into this world too, and they get powers. And he's the only one that doesn't have powers, and like his classmates are now doing terrible things to all the village folk. And he goes in and stops them, but he tries to find out, okay, what was your role in you killing my sister? And it goes on until we're like, oh well, this person did this for this, so he gets his revenge on everybody that caused him like despair and stuff while they were in the old world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So would this be considered what's it called that genre? Isekai?
I guess so.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
because that's what they put it as a category. So like I said,
Okay.
it's a lot of this like, but like I said, that's like how like my role is. And like I said, the good thing about TikTok is like you don't have to constantly follow people. Like it just like randomly comes up on like your FYP. So it's like for anime and mangas like this is like, oh okay, I could like look this up on like online, see where I could like read it and pick it up. Like okay, just scroll through here. Good, I'm good to go.
Hmm. See, that's one thing that I was like, as far as like, because if I'm on anything, it's more Instagram. So I do get shown more comics and such like that. But I would
Mm-hmm.
like to be shown more stuff like that on TikTok when I am on TikTok for the like 2 minutes or minute and a half I'm actually on a day that I'm there. Do you think that? with stuff like that, when you find manga and anime, do you think that'll encourage more people to maybe venture out and look for things instead of just being told what's good and what's not, as far as like reactions or the reviews? Because these are pretty much newer content, right? This manga and the anime.
From what I've seen, yes, especially like To Be Hero X, since that's like a new one that we were talking about,
Right.
and I found through TikTok. But the thing is, so I don't look for people's reactions. I look for like maybe if they were to do like maybe like a synopsis of it, and I'll
Mhm.
go look into it because like I said, some especially within the anime community and just like with any type of like community, it's very toxic people, and like the people will want to be like become elites, like, oh, you shouldn't watch this because of this, or you should watch. I'm like, no, I'll form my own opinion of stuff because maybe some stuff you might like that I might not like. I'm just gonna say this is what I found. So like I said, it's interesting to me, but I'm saying like if you set up your like FYP to have it to where you might want to look at stuff and maybe some stuff might not be like, might not be like my cup of tea, so I'm just gonna pass on it.
Mhm. 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 Well, this actually makes me want to go and check out TikTok for the. I actually have my social media set on like a timer anyway, so yeah, because I don't want to. I just
I
want
would
to
just
do.
say like definitely like maybe if you start just like searching in like the search bar for TikTok, just like anime stuff,
Hmm.
then it might like start to come like towards like your FYP, or maybe if I send you stuff like for you to look at, just like not even fully like, but I'm like, here's some stuff I'm going to spam you, but just so you could see it, so it kind of like gets like that memory
Yeah,
for
and
your
starts.
FYP. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Skynet can start sending me like that other
Yep.
stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because AI be AIing.
Exactly.
Interesting. All right, cool. I'm happy. I do want to get more into manga. If it's if it's left to right, like if like I know most of them aren't, but there are some that are left to right. I know um more like artists, especially like artists like black artists and writers who are
Mm-hmm.
heavily influenced by anime, obviously because we grew up on some of the wildest mess possible. Um,
Yeah, who are you telling?
I'm saying like some of that stuff like we should not have been watching, but yet we were watching it late at night,
It's fine.
TBS or Midnight Run. That's what I'm saying. Who are making their own mangas and they're going from left to right. So I thank all of you. I truly do thank you because my
Mm-hmm.
brain. I tried to read one and it jumbled for me. I want to practice it more so I can enjoy these things. Um, totally forgot what the hell my question was going to be. What's something, or do you know of anything that might be coming up from what you've seen that might be kind of interesting?
I know there was one that was coming up where, well, it's probably out right now. I just don't have the streaming service to watch because now it's starting to become too many streaming services for me to
Yeah,
keep up on.
I die.
But it's it's interesting where it's a brother and sister duo in like feudal Japan. Sister is cursed, almost like Demon Slayer in a sense, but she gets manipulated by another demon where she's like, oh, your brother doesn't love you. He loves this other person. And the sister just literally goes like bat crazy. And she's like, all right, well, it's gonna be me and my brother, nobody else. So she kills the love interest and it's like, I'm gonna kill everybody else because it's just supposed to be you and me. And he's like, no, I'm not having that. I forgot what the name. I think it's something with sword in it.
Oh, is it sort of the Demon Hunter?
Yeah, I think that's the name of
Something
it.
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that's on High Dive.
Okay.
If it's that one, yeah, I've heard that one is really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I had High Dive for I don't even know, maybe like a month, maybe,
Same.
and
And I just
it
got rid of
just
it.
it's sort of the Demon Hunter. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
That's the one.
Yeah, I had it and I was watching it. I wanted it because I wanted to watch this particular anime that I was just checking out, and High Dive was on sale because it was the holidays. Because that's when I will get a service for 3 months if it's 99 cents a month. I'm a fan.
Who are you telling?
But the animes that were on High Dive are on now on Hulu,
Okay.
so I can check them out there. But that's one that I've heard is actually really good, and it's something to definitely watch for.
Yeah, for me now it's just like I kind of want them to like kind of like at least have like the I guess you could say like the indie animes like be put on one, even if it is to be, because like at this point there's too many animes on different streams, are like not like the main ones, not like Crunchyroll, or even which is like Funimation and Crunchyroll, at least like like those like the main two hubs to go to
Mm-hmm.
watch before they fuse together. I mean, like Hulu, yes, like you said, Hulu does have their bangers,
Yeah.
and like their own one. Same thing with Netflix, which I'm fine with, but I'm like I can't, and even Prime, but like there's just too
Yeah.
many, and especially I'm not gonna pay a subscription for one, even if it's free. Kind of those 7 days are gonna go by so quickly, and I'm like, oh, it's been 7 days. Crap, I'm gonna be stuck in trying to
Mm-hmm.
buy it for like months. No, I can't do that.
Exactly. That's what that's because I've been tempted to now when holidays come up again and there's a sale for a
Mm-hmm.
high dive, I will jump in. Thank you very much. I will. But right now I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. I have found Tubi is a great place if you're looking for animes that you haven't seen in a while or random um
Okay.
stuff that yes, they actually Tubi actually has a lot of has DC stuff also. Has
Oh,
DC
okay.
animated movies on there as well. As far as anime, I have seen Blue Submarine #6 is on there.
Okay.
Ronin Warriors, huge fan of that one. They also have random ones too. They have like Double Dragon,
Double.
that anime
I
series
remember Double Dragon.
that's
Yeah.
on there. Cops, if you remember that animated series is on there. That was really key. That was like the first time I saw a black character as a lead in the animation.
Okay.
BP Vest. 80s anime series are kind of odd because it wasn't really a story per se, but
Mm-hmm.
they were still enjoyable. There's one called Spider Riders is on there. Shinjuku City might be the name of it. There's a couple of Street Fighters on there.
Oh, those are always classics. Can't go
They
wrong
have
with that.
Virtual Fighter the movie, that animated movie.
Terrible game, in my opinion, but
The,
I'll watch it.
it was one of those things that's kind of like Tekken, where it
Oh
has like
no,
that kind of slower movement, but Virtual Fighter had much slower movement.
they
It was
were
good
much
for what it
slower.
was,
Yeah,
but
but
yeah,
it's like
it was
if you play like Street Fighter and Tekken, you go to that. It's like
it's hard.
I put it even above Mortal Kombat. I'm like, I'll play any one of those virtual fighter. I just couldn't. I
The
could
Virtual
not.
Fighter was hard, but the animated movie was cool. What else is on there? There's a bunch of stuff on there. There's actually both Jackie Chan animated series are on there. I didn't know
Oh,
he had a
okay.
second one until I saw it on there. I didn't know that.
Wait, so
Yes,
it's not just Jackie Chan Adventures. There's another one.
there's another one. I forgot what his name is, but I think Jackie
Oh.
Chan is in the title. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And the second one looks actually a bit cooler than the first one, unless by some chance, you know how some series they would have the series, then there would be then the next season would be like a different name, but it'd be a continuation of the story.
Got it. Yeah.
Unless
Mm-hmm.
it's like that, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't know there were two. I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
And I thought I saw all of Jackie Chan Adventures, unless it's something different, like I said, something like that. There's a lot of Saturday morning stuff on there as well.
Okay.
That you can kind of make, that's could be for younger children as well, what have you. So you can go on there, but they have a lot like Tengu. Oh, what's the name of that? There was a black character named Bob Makihara who would do like capoeira breakdancing was his fighting style. Um, there was a sword. There was a teacher who used a sword, and to save her energy, she would always be like a little girl. But then when she went to fight, she would be like a tall, grown woman.
Nope. Not ringing a bell.
Oh, Tengu. Oh my God, I'm trying to remember the name of this. Let me see if I can Google it real quick. If I can remember like at least half the name. Tengo. That don't even look right. Because I'm just they thought I meant tango. It's not. Stop. Promise you.
I want a tango. Tango.
Tengu. Maybe it's Tengu. Tengu. I can't remember the name of this. Tengu Shinju. No, that's a restaurant. It's this, but it was this really cool um anime, and it was about this um Tenjo Tenge.
Yeah, I'm about to say they have it on Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
saw it.
So that's on there as well. I was a huge fan of that one. Um, I actually have the box sets. What else was there? They have a couple other stuff too that's on there, which is good. So it's one of those systems where you can go on there and you can find those hard to watch, not hard to watch, excuse me, hard to find animes or even anime series
Mm-hmm.
on Tubi, and it's free. And you don't even have, and again, to even make an account, it's free.
Yeah,
It's for the low of free.
free.
And the only way that you can, like, say if you start watching an anime and you want to continue it, you have to make an account. If you don't make an account, because you can watch without making an account as well.
Oh,
The
okay.
thing is, everything you watch, you'll have to start from the beginning. So it's not like you can continue
Oh,
from
so it's
episode
like a
4.
reset type of thing.
Exactly. Or if
Got
you're
it.
watching a movie, if you stop in 40 minutes, you got to watch all those whole 40 minutes all over again.
Got it.
So I mean, for free, that's cool. And there's stuff does leave quickly.
Mm.
I find more live action movies leave quickly, but they've got a really nice amount of anime that you may not have seen in a while, you may not have thought of, or that's just randomly on there, which I love. Like I said, it's the only place that I can watch Ronin Warriors now, the original series.
Mm-hmm.
Ronin Warriors is on I think Prime and Crunchyroll, but not the original series. It's like the next 2 series, and then the OVAs are on there.
Mm. I have to look online to see if they actually have like the OG Hunter x Hunter. Like I'm talking about the 90s one. Because there's a difference. And there's a difference in animation versus like the one that's being shown now. It's a lot darker too.
On a Tubi?
Yeah, I'm wondering if they have like the original Hunter x Hunter on Tubi versus the new one. Because like I said, there's 2 different versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering. I'll go look it up after the show.
I haven't seen, because I've just randomly looked on there for anime, and I haven't seen anything on the top of my head. But then again, for some reason, it's kind of hidden, because I'll look through anime and I didn't see what I liked. I was like, okay, I mixed up a couple of things, what have you. Then when I started watching some stuff, it started recommending things, and then they started dropping in anime that I hadn't seen. So either it wasn't there in the beginning, or it's just this unlocking kind of system where it's just like, oh, we didn't know you really meant anime. Here's some stuff.
Yeah, well, I want the anime.
Oh, and they have a lot of Digimon, I think, is on there too.
Okay.
They have Digimon. They have G.I. Joe the movie, like the original G.I. Joe movie. They have something that I don't hear a lot of people talk about. It's something called G.I. Joe Absolute. No, it's G.I. Joe Resolute, excuse me. It was this 1-hour movie for G.I. Joe that got really dark because characters actually died. Like within the first minute or so, a character dies, and that character's dead in a movie. Like they don't, like, it was almost like its own thing.
They're like dead.
Yeah, like dead. So I didn't know if it was supposed to be a pilot or something like that, but it was very mature, because I watched, like, I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be cool, and it was cool. Phenomenal animation, beautifully done. Like, it's beautiful, perfect. But I was like, oh wow, and then I wanted more, and nothing else happened. But they do have G.I. Joe Sigma 6, which I was a fan of. I like that series. And they have G.I. Joe Renegades, I think it might have been a series where it was like 6 G.I. Joes that were on the run.
Okay.
Framed for a crime. This was like maybe mid to late 2000s. This was on, I want to say, not kids. What the hell was that? It was a D channel for children.
A D channel?
Yeah, I can't. Maybe Disney. But on Friday night, so like they showed more teen related, because it had, like, violence, some animated blood.
Oh,
like those kind of cartoons.
I'm trying to think, because it's like, for me, it's like once you go to Nickelodeon, Snick at Night, and then Cartoon Network, then it's Toonami, then it'd be Adult Swim.
This was
something with a D.
It was a D, and The colors were purple and silver, I want to say. I
Wow.
want to say it was a Disney Channel, but I can't remember which one it was.
Because after that, I think for all the Disney channels I could think of was like Disney Channel XD, but they were throughout the day.
Yeah,
Oh, now you got me looking. Now, what
that's
is
what I'm
that?
saying. I can't remember, but like I said, I want to say it was a Disney Channel, but I can't remember it off the top of my head.
And you said with orange and purple, or purple and
No, it's like
silver?
silver and purple, but I can't remember it to like. Maybe it was DIY. No, that's actually DIY. Um, yeah, I can't. Like I'm trying to look at the different logos now.
Well, the
Like
only with Disney Channel they change up for like various things, so that's
yeah,
no help.
yeah, because they're giving me all like Disney Channel logos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll have to research this because it was actually a pretty cool cartoon. I think it may have lasted maybe 2 seasons. Um,
Oh, this is gonna bother me now.
right? You can drive. Yeah, it was called Renegades. Okay, cool. Well, at least I remember that part. Jeez, glad I could remember that. Jesus.
And is it? Oh, wait. You know, I need to look up. But it's probably you better look up like channels owned by Disney.
Mm, that's one way. Yeah, yeah. The Hub.
The Hub.
Yeah, it was a Discovery family channel. Really? But it was the Hub. The Hub had I don't know why I thought it was a D. Um, I don't know. I guess I
Well,
just wanted the
it's in
D.
Discovery.
Yeah. So yeah, the Hub is. Oh yeah. Now they are. Oh no. Yeah. So it was the Hub.
Okay,
That's what it was.
I don't think I either had that channel or watched Discovery, because since for me Discoveries is like nothing but like animals in
Yeah.
history. So
That actually
I'm
makes
like, I'm
sense.
not watching that. But then
That
again,
actually makes sense because it was almost
and
like a silver. I could actually just share the picture, or it's just gonna keep flipping on me, so I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, they would
uh,
have like different animes. They had like a Transformer series was on there. Um, no, it was. Thank you. It wasn't Disney XD. It was the Hub. 86 Met Scans. That's a hell of a name. Yeah, was the Hub. Now I want to go back and see what else was on the Hub that I like to see if it's on. Um,
the Hub channel.
and see, yeah. But if you look at the logo, it's orange and silver, but they're like in lowercase letters. Hub. I mean, excuse me. Now, why do I keep saying orange? The hell, silver and purple.
Okay, I remember looking at this one. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember watching it like that, but oh wait,
Oh, they
no, it
had
was
My Little Ponies was
2010.
on there.
2010. What was I? What was I on 2010? I think it started to go directly towards streaming stuff anyway.
Mm.
That's when the channel launched. Yeah, 2010. Yeah, no. At that time, half of my life was between Law and Order SVU
That
and
makes
reality
sense.
TV.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And anime, of course, but like as far as like watching stuff on TV, it was like mostly Law and Order and reality TV.
Yeah. Oh wow, they were up here until 2023. I
Oh
didn't know
wow.
that. Yeah,
Okay.
because they had like a game show kind of a thing too, like TV shows, like a board game, like TV shows, everything like that.
Mm.
But they had like Strawberry Shortcake, they had a Family Game Night, My Little Pony, Del Toro Quest, Cosmic Quantum Ray, um,
Honey, I Shrek
Teenage
the Kids
Fairy Tale
TV
Drama.
show. Mm.
Yeah, yeah, they had a lot of stuff like that. They had a lot of
Mm.
random stuff. Yeah, like if you ever can check it out and see if where the stuff is streaming. Some of it'll be
Yeah.
Google what have, what have. Yeah, but it was kind of cool. So, folks, yeah, that was us just meandering for this last half an hour or so. Or no, like 40 minutes talking
Just
about
about,
that.
yeah.
But
Talking
there's
about the
so much
hub.
out there. You can go to, like I said, I would say Tubi and Pluto TV too are ones you
Okay.
can find older stuff, random stuff that's out there, and those services are free. You don't need an account. You just got to go on there, and you can look around and watch it. You don't need to make an account, and if you do, they're still free.
It's free.
Who can't afford the low or free? Nowadays, get it where you can get it. If it's free, get
Mm-hmm.
it for real. So, on that note, folks, you have a very good evening. Enjoy the rest of it. Friday, another episode of TBA News Comics Culture. It will be myself and Robert. We will be doing reviews and talking about Kickstarters because there are a lot of Kickstarters out there and we want you to see them going on. And then Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live episode of the Hungry Bleak Show where I will be talking about comics and mental health and food and just seeing how y'all are doing to recap the incredible week that I have had with Jabba and Robert and everything that's going on.
Yep. And this weekend I will be at Thy Geekdom over
Oh,
in
that's this
yes,
weekend.
yes, it is this weekend. So Friday, the 23rd to 25th, I'll be over at the Geekdom Con for their 10-year anniversary. So if you guys are in the Phoenixville area in PA, come and see me, say hi. I'll be posting throughout the weekend on my social medias. So you guys don't follow me at Instagram on Jabba Chan. It's right there. Well, my little bubble thing is right there. Go follow me. I
That
said so.
is it. 86. Wait, 86 mess. Is that you, Ferdy? I just realized the name. Melba's. And I'm not going to be talking about. Actually, I might talk about Melba's. I might talk about Virgil's.
It's food.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, there's a Melba's in Grand Central Station now. Much closer than going to Harlem.
Ooh.
While we're in New York. I don't know.
Look, I won't be eating for until I get to the city that day. Okay, so I want to be fed. I want to be fed.
This is what will happen. Food will be happening. I promise you, food will be happening. Food will be happening.
I appreciate that.
I'm hoping that's beautiful weather too.
Yeah, I'm trying to like.
That.
I'm looking at my phone and I can't see the 10-day forecast until like the 21st to make it 10 days. So I'm like, all right, hold out.
And also the transit strike will be gone completely.
Pray totally. That everything is good. Pray that everything is good.
Hoping so.
Fingers crossed.
What up, 86 Mets, Garth? Look, y'all have a very good evening. Enjoy the rest of it. Jabba, as always, thank you very much.
Yes.
And we will see y'all later. Remember, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here again, and Friday. We got your week covered. Who's coming at you like this regularly? Giving you all the good stuff and telling you about stuff that you ain't seen in like 20 years. Us. Now my back hurts because I'm old. Y'all, good night. Bye.
Bye.